And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Athletics taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Today, our focus is on a team that's been absolutely tearing it up at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, you got that right, Boog. This lineup has been a nightmare for opposing pitchers, and everyone is contributing. Eager to see if that carries over to this one.
Pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here and getting to start. Joe Ryan having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly. Times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
So digging
results he's wanted at the plate recently, only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Wilson with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon. Runner on the go. Ball outside. Throw save. That's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Hit on the ground to short. Turner. 1 out in the top of the first. And time now to check out the A's lineup. One thing these players do very well is stay out of the double play. They've hit into the fewest of any team in the league, Chris.
Well, Boog, we don't see situational hitting as that art as much as we used to because hitters are slugging the ball, they're hitting it over the fence. But when you see a team that has the ability to shorten up, hit behind runners.
That's out to center field. Bellinger sizes this one up. Nabs it, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. The run comes across, and the A's score first. It's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Right through there for a strike. One of my favorite stats all time, 1997, the Hall of Famer Craig Biggio played in all 162 games for the Astros on AstroTurf, and he never hit into a double play. 2 down, nobody on. And there's a ball. That misses, and now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Called strike right there. 2 out, space is empty. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and Go after this next guy.
J.J. Bleday in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Ball 1.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
In the air, left field. Yelich makes the play, and that is that. A run, a hit, and a man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the A's 1, Guardians coming up. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Jeffrey Springs. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And that's too high. Just missed. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from him.
Here's Turner now.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Batting over 300 so far this month.
In the air, right field, Butler. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. 2 out, space is empty. Jose Altuve now at the plate. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Ball, that's outside.
And that's down and away.
3-0.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Bleday settles underneath it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Second inning set to go. And the batter now, Zach Geloff. Ryan back to work. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And a foul ball. That misses the zone. And the count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Gio Urshela to the plate. That's a strike. 0-1. Urshela matched a homer in his last game. That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's in the dirt. And the count 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
2 down, bases empty. So here's Brown at the plate. And he hits a ground ball right side. Off balance throw in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Matt Olson down. Ground ball right side. And a foul ball. That's inside. And the count even 1-1. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
That one
Ball
missed.
2-2 to count.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Lede sizing this one up. And it's caught for the out. Here's Jose Ramirez. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
1 out, bases empty. And that one hammered way back there. And that one is out of here. That's worth the price of admission. And it ties it up. It's 1-1.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Bellinger up to hit.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Tied up here in the early going. Right side. Tosses to first, and Bellinger is out. Here's Machado. And Manny gets a piece. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that drops in for a strike. Not close with that one. 1-2 to count. That's inside.
2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. To first, Machado out of the play. That ends the inning. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. All even now at 1-1. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Swinging a foul straight back. Next offering upstairs. Santana with a homer in his last game. Right through there for a strike. Almost got him.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This to center field. That gets down for a hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly.
Tyler Fitzgerald up next for the A's. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Fitzgerald hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there, and it's gone. Home run. He muscles that one out the opposite way. His 17th of the year. It's 3-1.
Well, Boog, I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
And the batter now, Jacob Wilson. Righty delivers. There's the swing and a miss.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one 95 to finish him off.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Butler batting with 1 down takes a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
2 outs, base is empty. Shea Langoliers will hit next. He reached out a walk his first time. Langoliers was recently in the All-Star game for the first time. A nice career achievement.
What a special moment for him, man. Getting that All-Star appearance is just awesome. A lot of good players who had really nice careers but never played in the All-Star game, so he should appreciate this.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This to third, and it goes just foul. Next pitch downstairs, 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. The A's with a 2-run blast. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Cleveland, set for the bottom of the third. Now at the plate, Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Butler pulls it down, and there's one down.
Batting ninth, right fielder, Byron.
Here's Byron Buxton. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
On the ground to the left. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and they don't get the out.
Up next for the
Back to the top of the lineup, and now Christian Yelich. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first. Runner on the go. Pitches low. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
That's in there, and now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second here, one gone. Base knock center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's a 1-run game.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Trey Turner at the plate. Yelich goes. Strike in there. Throw, and they got him.
Wow, what a great throw from his knees right there. You're not going to see that every day. Such a long throw from the plate to second base. So to have no bottom half behind it but still deliver a seed on target, so impressive. And most catchers practice that throw, but not many have the arm strength to actually make it work in a game.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The shortstop takes the ball. Inside, and that's ball 2. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. That one just misses the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jose Altuve next to bat for Cleveland. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce.
There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Safe in second with a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brown snags it, and the inning is over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's 3-2 A's. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Fielder J.J. Bleday.
Just missed.
You know, these Athletics doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That's ball 2.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And that's way high. 3-2 now. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Zach Geloff digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
Swings and misses. And that's strike 2.
I think you're sitting off speed there.
Ball, that's low.
A's leading by a run. And the
Ball
sweeper
2.
misses.
2-2 the count.
That one
3
off the
balls,
mark,
2 strikes.
and that's ball 3. The other way, he's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Gio Urshela up next for the A's. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First
Ball
pitch,
one, no
not
strike.
close. There's the strike.
I got 1 ball, 1
Two
strike.
down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And there's a ball.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
2 outs. And that is low for ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Urshela off of first with 2 away. On the ground out to short. Oh, great stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning.
Great concentration to get that one started. He gets the force at second. Glove work at its finest.
Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season.
Matt Olson.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. That one missing inside.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Towards first, and that's a foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Ramirez, the next to hit, takes outside. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's outside. 2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
One gone, runner at first. And here comes Bellinger. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. He reaches 40 stolen bases on the season with that bag. One out and a runner at second. comes up empty. That's strike two.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
And that one is in the dirt. And it's 1-2. And right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. And Bellinger is out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now Machado up here. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Just off the outside edge. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one back up the middle and it gets through. They're waving Ramirez home. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
2 outs. Runner on first. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. That one almost got him. That one drilled left field and foul ball. To the right side, Geloff fires over to first. Out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. We're tied now at 3 apiece. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ryan back to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these A's showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling, and you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Fitzgerald in the box again, takes a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Outside low, ball 2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jacob Wilson getting ready to hit. in there for strike one.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
And it's into the gap. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now Lawrence Butler. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Wilson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Late on that fastball.
0-2 is the count.
Outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that one moves his feet.
2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. The A's bullpen has some movement. Dylan Floro, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. McFarland also throwing. Fouled off down the right side.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that's a check swing and a ball in the dirt. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up the middle. Takes it in for the out. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Now it's Christian Yelich. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. That's in there. And the count even at 1.
Ball inside.
Gets under it and pops it up. Geloff makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Just missed. Two down, nobody on. That one misses, and it's 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive, base hit. And now a 2-out opportunity for Jose Altuve.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Dylan Floro gets the call from the pen.
Not having a lot of success against right-handed hitters. They've been hitting them around, so this next matchup might be tough for him.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Counts 1-0.
In there safely.
Well, they did everything they could to try to prevent that steal. They throw the pitch out, but just great speed on the base paths. And that's a pretty nice stolen base.
Fouled off left side. And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Runner at second, 2 down. And that's a base hit. Flying around third is Turner. Head first slide, and he's safe. It's 4-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 down. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Matt Olson. That one outside. Ball 1.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Brown sizes this one up. That is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. And that one fouled off. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
No outs. Runner at first. This is J.J. Bleday. Just missed. With the tying run on at first, and we're the top half of the sixth. Right through there for a strike. And 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Now here's Gio Urshela. His righty-lefty splits there.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches in this game. Just 1 pitch short of 100 now, and I'm guessing this is likely his final inning if he can get through it. Man, he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch. I'd be surprised if this isn't it for him.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bellinger sizing it up. And that is that. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. Guardians 4 and the A's 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Floro in his 8th season, 34-year-old vet, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Next pitch in the dirt, and that is ball 1. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Floro delivers. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Ground ball left side. Throw on to Santana. Bellinger is gone, 2 away. And now it's Manny Machado. First pitch misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. His 14th of the year. It's 5-3.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. for a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Base is empty with 2 away. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. And that's downstairs and outside. Slider right there.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
On the ground, and that's a fair ball. Two outs, runner at first. Digging in, Byron Buxton, 1 for 2. And it stays fair. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. So the batting order turns over, and now it's Christian Yelich. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Moreno on second. Buxton on at first with 2 down. Next pitch is outside. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one the other way. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. 1 run is in. Play at the plate. Got him. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Guardians 6 and the A's 3. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Now the left fielder. New pitcher on now, Yu Darvish.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
And ball 1.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
One now. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 1 away. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Just missed. The A's trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. One down, base is empty. That's down and in. A slider missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Out towards left center. Yelich makes the grab. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Tyler Fitzgerald up next for the A's. He's already homered in this game. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
That's to third. Ramirez sends it to first, and the inning is over. T.J. McFarland taking over on the mound. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Out to short, Wilson. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Turner runs.
Ball 1.
Throws, safe. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Late swing fouled off. Line drive. Makes the catch. 1 down. Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. There's the strike. 1 out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom of the 7th. On the ground to short, Wilson. Zips it to first, and Olson is set down. Intentional. First and second, 2 outs. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Xavier Edwards looking for a big hit with 2 out runners at first and second. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Turner, the lead runner at second. Ramirez at first, 2 out of the inning. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Wilson whips it across. That's the 3rd out. Guardians strand a couple, but they still lead it 6-3. Staying in the game on defense, Xavier Edwards. He'll be out in center now after pinch hitting. Here's the shortstop at the plate.
Tight defensive.
Now on the bump, Mason Miller.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And the first offering is not close. Movement in the bullpen. Emmanuel Clase, the American League saves leader, looks to be warming up. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The 1-1. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Triple digits on that last pitch.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Butler in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And another ball. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ripped on a line. Base hit. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Shea Langoliers now at the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. Miller, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next pitch is outside. Next offering is fouled back. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Lede, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Here's a run scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
That's outside. 2-1. The Guardians leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one's in there. 2-2. Goes down looking. The A's strand 1, and they're still doubled up. It's 6-3. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Manny Machado. McFarland back to work. Just missed. Just missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
Next offering is down low. There's the strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Substitution being made at first. Entering is the pinch runner, Travis Bazzana. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's safe. That one ripped, but foul. Inside, almost got him.
Two the count.
Bazana leads off second with nobody out. Out there to center. And a base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out. Byron Buxton will hit next. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
1-1.
Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening as the count evens at 1. The 1-1. Just missed.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball and roll it up, get a big double play, get out of this inning. I tell you what, that was a big strikeout in a spot where they really needed one.
So now a pinch hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. One out, runners at the corners for him. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Here's Geloff for 1. On to Santana, 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Guardians 6 and the A's 3. So remaining in the game defensively, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Zach Geloff digs in now.
3-pitch.
Emmanuel Clase comes on trying to close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Strike 1.
0-1.
Clase in his 6th season. He throws a cutter, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Geloff checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And yes, he offered at it. Giorgella steps in. And that's just foul. The Athletics trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Grabs it on the run. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Brown in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Clase is just one strike away. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
6-3 our final score for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Athletics taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Well, Singy, all eyes are on this team's elite starting rotation. They're stringing together some quality outings.
Yeah, every starter is stepping up right now, Boog, going deep into games, and most importantly, keeping their bullpen fresh. Buckle up, because it doesn't appear that they're cooling off anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway, and today on the hill, Garrett Cole. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Next pitch is outside. That one missed. Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Jacob Wilson stands in now and watches strike 1. Now a fly ball to right center. Bellinger in a full sprint and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away now. And time now to check out the A's lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Tyler Fitzgerald.
And Boog, he's their team leader in home runs, so you know the pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly, so watch out when he steps in.
Lawrence Butler in the box now as he leaves that one up high. 2 outs, base is empty. Way high with that one. And the count is 2-0. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The wind and the pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a...
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. A's go quickly and quietly there. Now the Guardians will get their shot, still scoreless. Back now at Progressive Field. And towing the slab, J.P. Sears. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Christian Yelich, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. 1 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Trey Turner.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Chance to extend that hitting streak to 10 games here.
Went with the sweeper for the strike. Turner with an impressive show of speed in his last game, swiping 3 bags. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Those 3 stolen bases in his last game, man, he made it look easy.
Didn't you swipe 3 bags in a game against the Tigers once?
Yeah, that was a fun game for me, but not so much for Brandon Inge, who was behind the dish that day.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer. Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
2 outs. Good job to fight that one off. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. High fly ball out to center field. Lede on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the power hitting catcher, Shea Langoliers. Cole back to work. Fastball for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, we get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
This is J.J. Bleday. He swings and fouls one off.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
One down, base is empty. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job. His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Out towards right center field. Buxton makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Next to hit, Zach Geloff. Looking for better results than last night. He went 0 for 4. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Second inning here, no score. That one drifts inside.
2-0 to count.
And that one sliced foul. Grounds one to short. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. So in now for Cleveland, Matt Olson. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. And he grounds one back up the middle. Slings to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Here's Jose Ramirez. Went deep in the ball game last night. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And now it's even up. 1 out, base is empty. This one in the air, center field. Bleday makes the catch, and a couple of quick outs. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hitting better than .350 this month.
Just missed. There's the strike. Fastball for a strike. And the count 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Left field, way back there. That one hops against the fence. And that's a double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Manny Machado up to the plate. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Bellinger at second with 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Butler makes the play, and that will end the inning. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Right through there for a strike. Urshela hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's a native of Colombia. Next offering is in for a strike. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2.
And a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Seth Brown up next for the A's. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Sends it to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next to hit, Carlos Santana. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Next one misses, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
That's in for a strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Stays alive. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next.
Full count.
In the dirt.
Five foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Tyler Fitzgerald getting ready to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Fastball for a strike. Top of the 3rd, no score. Off the plate, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one just missed off the outside edge.
3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is fouled back.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That's a laser base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Jacob Wilson, the next to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. One run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. The next pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Cole a check to first, and he dives back in safely. Two outs. Runner takes off. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. Lifted in the air, right center field. It gets down, a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's Byron Buxton. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Butler makes the grab, one down. Here comes Christian Yelich. Led off the game with a strikeout. And that is downstairs. 1-0. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. And that misses. And the count now 2-0.
Working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
On the ground right side. 4, 6. Can't hang on.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Trey Turner with a chance now. Struck out swinging his first time.
Runner,
Yelich goes in the dirt. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Man at second. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That's in there. That's strike 2. Yelich stands at second with 2 gone. And that just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
On the ground to third. Urshela throws across the diamond. Turner is out. Here in Cleveland, now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
You know, these Athletics doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Struck out looking his first time. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a ball lifted left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. J.J. Bleday now at the plate. Flied to right his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Looked like it was a little bit up.
That's a really good take.
Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close. A's leading by a run. Line drive, puts it away for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Geloff in the box now, takes strike one.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Check swing, appeal to first. And yes, he did. He went around. Runners at first and second with one gone. Top half of inning number 4.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Here's Gio Urshela. Singled and scored his first time. That one misses. Ball 1. The other way, and that's a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. This one popped up. Altuve in position. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd out. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the A's 1 and the Guardians ready to go. Bottom 4. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Altuve. And that skips in the dirt.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And the 1-0.
No.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The A's leading by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. He gets there with the slide. The throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
And up next for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Fly to center his first time. That clips the corner. That one finds the zone. That is strike two.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
That one close, ruled a ball. Now 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 down, nobody on. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Guardians fail to score. And it remains 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cole back to work. That one's in there, and that's strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
1 strike.
Close, but called a ball. Now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Three-two. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Next up for the A's, Carlos Santana. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Swing and a tapper. Throw on to Olsen. One away here in the 5th. So the lineup flips over. And now the DH, Tyler Fitzgerald.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Right through there for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Jacob Wilson. That one inside. And that is ball one. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that's downstairs and outside.
2-0.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. And he can't come up with it.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
So up next, Lawrence Butler, 1 for 2. And fouled off. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1. And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Line drive, that's a base hit. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
First and second, 2 outs. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Garrett Cole is done in this one. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Joey Estes.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Turner. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. And there's a strike.
You know, these Guardians need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Throw on to Santana, and Bellinger is out. Here's Manny Machado. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
1 down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The Athletics leading by 2. Last half of inning number 5. Pitch misses there. Now 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And next is the Guardians catcher, Gabriel Moreno. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Throw on to Santana. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here in Cleveland. And now the center fielder, J.J. Bleday. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Bleday in his 4th year, 27 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Good eye in that spot.
Full count.
Ground ball up the middle. Turner tosses to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. 0 for 2 in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Next offering is fouled back. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. And they get the out. 2 down, base is empty. Gio Urshela to the plate. Just missed.
1-0.
And that one pulled foul. Hit in the air, center field, Bellinger. And that is that. 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, Byron Buxton. Ball one there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The next offering misses. And that's ball 2. And another ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
There's a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now it'll be Christian Yelich. Buxton on the run. Strike in there. Safe in second, and that was not close.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
And that is out of play. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw on to Santana. Yelich is out. Trey Turner now. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. In the air, center field, Bleday. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. First pitch, and he just misses.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Man on second, 2 down. That's in there, and the count is 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. To his knee, the throw. What a play. Inning over.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Back now at Progressive Field. Here's the left fielder, Seth Brown. Sliced hard but foul. Fought off foul. He goes down looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
1 down, base is empty. And that one missing low. Line drive, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Fitzgerald, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Now 1-1. On the ground, right side. Oh, great stop. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. 0 for 3 in this one. Estes picks over Fitzgerald. Back easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
That misses. Ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The 1-1. Gets the outside corner with that one.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
That's a little bit low. Fitzgerald off of first with 2 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So 1 hit. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. First pitch misses. The Athletics have some bullpen action. Jose Leclerc getting ready to go. Otanez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Misses
Ball.
off the plate. Now 2-0.
2-0 to count.
Fastball is outside.
3 balls, no strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
And that's too high, ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. J.P. Sears out of the game. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. That one pulled foul.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that one fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Big spot, and Cody Bellinger stepping to the dish. Golden opportunity right here. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here at the bottom of the 7th. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece, but all the runners hold. Line drive, could be extra bases. 1 runs in. The throw to second. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Manny Machado now. Swing and a foul out of play. Go ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out. Next pitch misses inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Upstairs. Started to swing, held up. This one in the air. Geloff makes the catch for the out. Gabriel Moreno digs in for the Guardians. Clips the outside corner. 0-1. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Late swing, fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base, but job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this home crowd applying so much pressure.
And now it's going to be Byron Buxton. Top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Swing and a chopper. Urshela zips it across. And we stay tied as the inning ends. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th. And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And that one fouled off. Chopper to second. Altuve slings to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Shea Langoliers digs in now. 1 for 3. Just missed. A's looking to put the go-ahead run on base. That misses. And now 2-0. And that drops in for a strike. That one to first. And it gets by him.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Here's the center fielder, J.J. Bleday.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The lefty to 1-0. And that one off the outside edge.
2 balls, no strike.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one is gone. A 2-run blast. His 4th home run of the season. And the A's jump in front. It's 4-2. These fans are dealing with some heartbreak right now.
He got on plane with that high fastball, then look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. A new pitcher in the game, Griffin Jax.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Jax is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
One strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. To the right side, and that's a base hit. So a man at first. Giorgella steps in. That's in there. That's strike one. That's down and in. Man at first, 1 away. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
Ball 2.
And they'll do it again. On the ground to first. Dives, and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time, though. And now they have a base runner at second. So 2 down now. And here is Seth Brown.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. The A's looking to add another. Outside low. It's 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Down on strikes, looking for the second straight plate appearance. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 4-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Michel Otoñez.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Yelich, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Trey Turner at the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Yelich goes. Pitch misses. Wide throw, and it gets away.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Pinch hitter coming on, Xavier Edwards.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
The tying run at the plate.
Hey.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
No outs. Runner at first. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Throw. Save. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Holding on to a one-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Travis Bazzana. Nice opportunity for him. Runner at second with nobody out. So the tying run at second, and just misses with that one.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And now the count is even.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Edwards at second with nobody out. Inside, almost got him. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. Travis Bazzana with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career. And who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Oliveras, and being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Michel Otoñez won't go any further tonight, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, T.J. McFarland.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Throw on to Santana. And Olsen is set down. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. A switch hitter batting right. Liner snagged at first.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
2 outs, base is empty. Cody Bellinger will hit next. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And downstairs. And another ball. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first, Manny Machado, the next to hit. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Giancarlo Stanton, the runner on first with 2 gone for him. And a strike in there. Tap foul at the plate. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Santana makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Cleveland with a pair on this blast. Last chance coming up for the A's. Staying in the game on defense, Xavier Edwards taking over as the new shortstop now following his pinch hit appearance. Also into the ball game, Travis Bazzana. He'll play second. Well, 1-run game, and now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Emmanuel Clase on to try and close it out.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
And that misses. And that's ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swings and misses. 1-2. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
He's 2 outs away. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Tyler Fitzgerald. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Line and a base hit into right. And the tying run is on base.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. And that's in there at the knees.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
Checks over to first, back safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Oh, and 2 now.
1-2.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's going to be Lawrence Butler. Clase checks on first. Fitzgerald back in standing.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Oh, great stop. And what a play. Ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Athletics taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Today, our focus is on a team that's been absolutely tearing it up at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, you got that right, Boog. This lineup has been a nightmare for opposing pitchers, and everyone is contributing. Eager to see if that carries over to this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go, and today's starting pitcher, Spencer Schwellenbach. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Lawrence Butler.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
This one lifted in the air, left field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So digging in, Lawrence Butler. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Check swing, called strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 outs, base is empty. That one's upstairs,
1-2.
ball one.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for the A's. And now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Cleveland. And towing the slab here, Framber Valdez. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So in now for Cleveland, Xavier Edwards. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a... Yelich goes. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
1-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. No outs. Runner on second. Center field. Bleday makes the play. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running. Here's the Guardians lineup now. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about pitchers, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
The pitch. Slice the other way and foul. No score here, but a runner at third with one down. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 2 away.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Here in Cleveland, top of the second, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Shea Langoliers. Schwellenbach back to work. Out in front and foul to the left side.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Fouled off. He was late. Oh, and 2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
This is J.J. Bleday. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Calls it in, 2 away. Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. That's a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
That's inside.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Swings and misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 and 2 is the count.
Next offering is outside. Spoils that one, and it remains 2 and 2. No score here in the second. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And the A's are gone in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's Jose Ramirez. And a foul ball. Valdez, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. And quickly one away in the second. And here comes Bellinger.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
1 out, bases empty. That one just misses.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Got him swinging on the curveball, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one's deep, and it hits the fence. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Now a chance for Gabriel Moreno. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And there's a ball.
No, that's down. Ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Ripped on a line to center. Bleday puts it away, and that is that. 1 left for the Guardians. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Next offering is downstairs. And that drops in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So here's Brown at the plate, and a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
1-1.
Runner at first with no outs here. And that's down and away.
That's the ball. 2-1.
Strike two. Gets a piece and stays alive. Comes at 2-2. Way high.
Got a full count.
Caught him looking for the K. And now it's that one fouled off. Santana, a former Gold Glove winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
0-2.
Stays alive. Man at first, one away. Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Santana checks a swing, appeal to third, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And the lead runner puts on the brakes at second. First and second, 2 outs. Jacob Wilson now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 aboard, 2 outs. This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Two outs. And that is out of play. Strike 3, got him swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. A's strand a couple, and we're still knotted at 0. Back now at Progressive Field. Here's the veteran outfielder, Byron Buxton. There's a strike.
0-1. That's the ball down.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Yelich batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Left field, Brown. They got it for out number 2. So up next, Xavier Edwards. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one fouled off.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles. But you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
1-2.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Guardians go down 1-2-3. Still no score. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these A's just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Fastball for a strike.
Ball.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. Go-ahead run on base. Langoliers getting ready to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Ball.
Fought off foul. 4th inning underway, no score.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. J.J. Bleday will hit next. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Butler, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Inside, and it hit him.
You got him.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. Just missed.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one finds the zone. Now 2-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Top half of inning number 4. Got him swinging.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Urshela at the plate now, and that's inside.
That's high. That's a ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Inside, just missed. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And there's the automatic. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Yu Darvish up and loosening in the pen. And that one fouled off.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Ramirez brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Onto the bottom. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Altuve. And ball 1. Out to short, Wilson. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is even 2-2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher. Down at the knees, and it looks to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
That's down and in. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Struck him out looking. Here's Jose Ramirez. And that one is in for a strike. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Butler pulls that one down, and that is that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Schwellenbach back to work. Foul ball there. The 0-1. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
That one just missing inside. Full count now.
Full count.
Got him looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Santana in the box now. No balls and a strike. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the grab for the second out. Tyler Fitzgerald, the next to hit. 1 for 2. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Swings through that.
1-1.
And a foul ball. We're at the top of the 5th. That one not close. And the count is 2-2. High fly ball out to left field. Yelich should have it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Halfway through this one, still no score. Back here in Cleveland, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here comes Cody Bellinger. In for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's in there. That one the other way. That's a hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning. Now Machado up here. Doubled his first time up. Bellinger goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. Ow!
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ball popped up. Santana under it. And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Moreno stands in now and watches strike one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Langoliers gathers, throws to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. No score. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Swing and a foul out of play. On the ground right side. Altuve handles it. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. He is struck out and he is walked. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And that skips in the dirt. Grounder off the pitcher. The throw is still in time, and they do get the out. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Shea Langoliers up next for the A's, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In the dirt, 1-0.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
The 1-0. And that one cutting but missing down low. All tied up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, has room, and he makes the catch. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now, and we still have no score. Here's Byron Buxton. His home and away splits there. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Buxton measures 6 feet 2 inches, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Yelich at the dish. That just misses, and that is ball 1. High fly ball, right field. Butler settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. And that quickly 2 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. That one misses in the dirt. Trying to bunt his way on. Over to first. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. we go to the top of the 7th. And now the center fielder, J.J. Bleday.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
First pitch just misses. Slider for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
That's inside. And a count 2-1. That one catches the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swings and misses, struck him out. At the plate, Zach Geloff, 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Activity in the bullpen. Yu Darvish getting loose out there. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. A's looking to put the go-ahead run on base. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering way off the plate. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Outside low, and the count's even at 2.
99 pitches, about to throw his 100th here in the 7th inning. This is where you really start looking for any signs of fatigue.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Here's Gio Urshela. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Spencer Schwellenbach won't go any further, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Yu Darvish into the game.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
No ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. He steps on the bag. The A's go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7th inning stretch time. And we still have no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Santana. And out number 1 on the grab. And the batter now, Matt Olson.
He's a big, strong guy. Can untie this game with 1 swing.
That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. And misses inside.
2-2.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Go-ahead run into scoring position as he stops at second.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Really important at bat coming up now.
One out, runner at second. And here is Jose Ramirez. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It's going to fall for a hit. Run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Bellinger up to hit. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
In the air out towards right center. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Here's Machado, and Cleveland on top 1-0. Swing and a foul straight back. And he takes a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Next offering is down low. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. That one missing inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Ramirez on third with 2 out. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Dylan Floro. He comes on for the 35th time this year. Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On to pinch run for the Guardians, Trey Turner. Now here is Gabriel Moreno. Throw, save!
Well, they did everything they could to try to prevent that steal. They throw the pitch out, but just great speed on the base paths, and that's a pretty nice stolen base.
Two outs and one in scoring position. To third, Urshela. Just to finish the frame out of the bullpen. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning. Nothing. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Mason Miller.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
And the slider just misses.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one in triple digits.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
And here is Carlos Santana.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That's too low, and it's 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-0.
He was late there, strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Up and in, 2-1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Tying run at the plate. In there, sets him down on strikes. Throws him with a backdoor slider.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Now the A's designated hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald. That's outside, and that's ball 1. With the tying run at the plate, and we're at the top of the 8th. And that's a little bit high. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Got him swinging for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of this.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Guardians 2 and the A's nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Michel Otonez.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Travis Bazzana. Pitch misses.
No, that's out.
Ball 1. On the ground, Urshela slings it across. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's Christian Yelich. 1 for 3. Popped up to the left into foul ground. That's out number 2.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Edwards in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just off the inside edge.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Ball. Full count.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Draws the walk there.
Nope, that's ball 4. Runner take your base.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
So 2 down. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Runner takes off, pitches low. Safe at second with a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Edwards at second with 2 down. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Just missed.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
And ball 4 to aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Matt Olson. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Squirts away from Langoliers. And 2 in scoring position now, thanks to that wild pitch.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Two in scoring position. The 1-1 is fouled off. This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. That one misses, and a full count now.
Base knock here really gives them an opportunity to take control of this ball game. You don't want that other team to think they have a shot. and a knock here would be a big blow.
Ground ball right side. Geloff in plenty of time to first, and Olsen is set down, and that'll do it. Guardians strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. So remaining in the game defensively, Travis Bazzana. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Miller goes 6 feet 5 inches, 200 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. Miller back to work. Now one
ball,
miss.
no strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Hit weakly on the ground. Edwards on the run, sends it over to first. In time. Got him.
Impressive backhand stop, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take that extra step, which could have cost him. But good job to make sure he got a good handle on it, and he got off a good strong throw to still get the out.
Shea Langoliers now at the plate. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one ripped. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first, digging for 2. Into second, and he's got it double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
One out, runner at second. And now J.J. Bleday. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Mason Miller gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Emmanuel Clase comes on trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Late swing, foul to the left. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The tying run at the plate. And a pop-off right side, foul territory. He's under it. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
The Athletics down to their last out. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Tying run at the plate.
1-1.
comes up empty. That's strike two.
So a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
The A's down to their final strike. Squirts away a little bit. The tag, and that's the ball game.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along, and you can keep this win streak going.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.